Hello everybody, good morning. One of the aspects that I really do admire in Joseph was the way that he manages to pick himself up after a huge disappointment. Imagine being sold as a slave, as a 17-year-old by your brothers into slavery, into Egypt, a foreign country about which he knew very little. You might have thought that would break this young boy's spirit. But he lands up in Potiphar's household, a senior official in Egypt. And what does he do? He lives an excellent life. He does things to the very best of his ability. No bitterness is apparent. He does what is at hand to do, nothing mediocre. He does things excellently. And Potiphar notices, and he notices that the spirit in his household has changed. He senses that blessing has come to his home. Why? Because there's a young man who believes and trusts in God and who understands that this has happened to him. Joseph is there, and he is going to trust God to take his life forward, even though it may not have been his first choice. Now, you know what happens eventually. Potiphar's wife sees this handsome young Israelite, tries to seduce him. Joseph refuses, and for his integrity, lands up in jail. Now, you might think, well, that's a blow from which you don't get up. It's one thing to land in Egypt as a slave. It's another thing, even worse, to land up in the dungeons of the prisons of Egypt. But what happens to Joseph? Even in prison, he resolves to be positive. He resolves that he's going to be the best that he can be. That's his default mode. Be the best that I can be. Live an excellent life, even though it may be tough. Live with integrity. Trust in God. And of course, in the prison, he gets more responsibilities. And then there's that setback when he interprets one of the prisoner's dreams, and the dream comes true for that prisoner. He's released back into Pharaoh's household. But before that cupbearer, for it was Pharaoh's cupbearer who had the dream, Joseph says, listen, when you get into Pharaoh's house, please tell Pharaoh that there's this guy languishing in jail for something he didn't do. Well, 2 years happened. 2 years unpassed, and the cupbearer forgot about Joseph. And what is Joseph doing all this while? Yeah, he wishes that life might improve for him, but he still resolves to be the best that he can be. He goes eventually into Pharaoh's house, having interpreted a dream that Pharaoh had. And there again, Joseph lives excellently. You get the message? He's been knocked down, but he hasn't been knocked out. He gets up every time. Those legs may be rubbery, those heart may be broken, but he gets up and he resolves to live his life with a positive, God-centered mindset. There's got to be a lesson in that for us today. That's why we read the Bible, to listen to such stories and to admire such men and also women, for there are plenty of women as well. Keep a positive frame of mind, friends. Keep your eyes fixed on Jesus. God be with you.